thing I've noticed about clones is they usually I don't know what's going on, but they usually have longer necks than their original counterparts. I mean, occasionally, and they also have longer, thinner faces. I don't know why that's the case, but only occasionally the face is rounder or shorter, or whatever. The neck is shorter, but more often than not, the face and the neck are longer and thinner than than the original person. And like I said before, Katy Perry was born a boy, and I believe some of the people God intended for them to be the sexes they're passed off as, but the others are the sex that God and that were born the opposite sex they were born as. God intended for them to be that sex, and I think Katie was really intended to be a boy, and I think one of the reasons why I'm gonna just refer to as a she because that's the identity. That's that's what I'm used that's what I'm used to. But as you can see on the right, I mean, look at the fake skin. I mean, the eyes look like they look like the eyes on toys and dolls that I've seen cheap Chinese made stuff that I played with as a kid, or that you see sold in the stores. I mean, this isn't a human being at all because I mean, I mean, there's no noticeable pores or flaws or wrinkles on the skin, and as you see, it's also the cleft chin. That's a masculine characteristic. I mean, you people have been snowed for a long time, and I think that it's ironic that a lot of y'all claim to be Christians, but yet y'all proper and defend this kind of stuff, and the Bible plainly tells us that we're not to love the world or the things of the world. And I mean, why are you people trying to save Hollywood? I mean, God's going to destroy that place one day, and He hates the stuff that's going on in it. And I believe part of the reason that the Illuminati made this Katy Perry persona famous is because of suckering you so-called Christians or nominal Christians. Because if you were real Christians, you would despise this stuff. Because when you have the Spirit of God within you, you're gonna hate what He hates, you're gonna love what He loves, and despise what He despises. Because you can't serve two masters. I mean, that's just the way it is. And this picture right here, it's a picture. It's the old saying goes, a picture's worth 1,000 words. I mean, look at the dead expression. I mean, there's no life or no soul in the eyes at all. The real Katy Perry's been, or I should say, Catherine Elizabeth Hudson's been dead a long time. And I believe that up to a third of the celebrities are replaced prior to fame. I mean, look at this picture again. I mean, the eyes look like marbles. They don't even. I mean, it's just. I mean, y'all say, well, how can she be dead? And I mean, I would really appreciate it if you people wouldn't try to get here and argue with me about this thing and debate with me and fuss with me, because I will win the argument either by blocking you or giving an argument that's so well rounded that because I got all my bases covered. And I'm gonna give arguments because sometimes I give explanations that it just shuts people up and I don't see them anymore. I mean, don't come up here expecting me to lie to you about this thing, because I mean, if you don't want to know the truth about it, then just don't fool with me in the first place. I mean, don't waste your time and don't waste my time. I mean, you're just gonna get your feelings hurt, and I don't have time, I don't have any room to spare people's feelings. I mean, I get my feelings hurt all the time, and you people just need to get over it. I mean, it's a fact of life. And I got this shot right here from an episode of the Wendy Williams show, and of them of them putting celebrity lookalikes up there. And as you can see, the one on the left is from California. Her name is Alexandra, and even she, I must admit, she appears to be a clone also. And I used to think that they only did celebrities like this, but I follow people since I've been following along with the videos with people like I do recommend you people check out their channels as well. Yahweh Rules, and his wife, and her username is Yahweh Holy God. I mean, to get down to the differences, these pictures right here, these are 4 different individuals. The one on the left, I mean, they're all clones, of course, but the one on the left has really small shoulders and stuff. And people keep coming up here making all kinds of excuses. Oh, well, they look like dolls because, they had plastic surgery, or, I used to believe that it was plastic surgery at one time, but that's just not the case. I mean, since I found out the truth, and even then, I got tired of, believing just basic theories. Oh, it's the Illuminati, that's why they turned so satanic, or it's plastic surgery, that's why they look so fake and different. But the thing is, it doesn't cause a person's appearance to morph a certain way, because the bone structures and stuff in the face, the neck, and throughout the body, they just don't morph and stuff. The one on the left has the smallest frame. She's kind of skinny, and yes, a clone, because look at the blank zombie stare. And this one right here has her eyes are a bit larger and more slanted. This one right here, her eyes are a bit closer together, and the eyes are kind of droopy. And this one right here, she has the longest, thinnest face, and and also the longest neck. So there's been many, since clones don't last long, and these people have grueling schedules. They must not only make more than one copy of them at a time. I mean, that's why they keep, because I can't imagine one person doing all of that stuff over the years. I mean things like this calls for doubles. Right here, once again, I can't see this enough. This is a boy right here, and that's the real Katy Perry. Real Katy Perry also had blonde hair. You notice that they never dyed the hair blonde on the Imposter. And I'm gonna say the Imposter is plain looking. I don't know, and I can tell the masses under curses and spells of these people, because they're obsessed with them. They support them, and they're not. They have no talent, and there's no charisma. I mean, no class, no net. There's nothing interesting about, and they're not even real people. I mean, this Katy Perry character or persona was never really a real person. There was the original person was alive at one time, but they was killed and or murdered in cold blood, in a ritual blood sacrifice, and replaced with clone versions of themselves. And right here, even though this is not the real Katy Perry, and another thing I noticed, especially when these celebrities so-called reach past the age of 30, after 30 they go with Robotoids, because after then it would take too long to grow them out to grow the the regular clones, the one with a soul and spirit and physical body. But they have regular clones, they're born as babies, but it only takes longer for them to develop, at least a year. It takes them a year to reach adulthood. Think of it as like the growth and maturity and development process of dogs and cats and small rodents, because they reach adulthood within a matter of months, and even up to a year or so, more or less. And I noticed that the more as time progresses, the more fake the celebrities look, and less human, and less like the original person that they look. And another reason for this is the DNA they use to clone these celebrities. I mean, it I don't know how else to say this, but it disintegrates over time until it gets to the point that it can't be used anymore, and either that the clones become unstable. That's why they kill off their name, their identity, and their image, the product or the brand. The real person died a long time ago. Everything you've been told within the mainstream mass media has been bold-faced lies. And this Katy Perry character was never married to Russell Brand. Russell Brand was not only replaced, but I had to prove this at a different time, because this individual is not my subject today. But this this Russell Brand character was not only born a female, but he was also replaced prior to fame. And I always wondered why he was so curvy and, had feminine hips and, a feminine shape and overall feminine, gave off feminine, I would say feminine aura, feminine vibes, vibrations, or energy. So, the marriage was, it was never legit because nobody in Hollywood really gets married. I mean, it's just, them putting these, these clone beings together for, just for show to kind of make us think that, they're like the rest of us when they're not. Right here on this picture, of course, this is a clone. I think this was during the, I don't remember the name of the first album, but I'm just say it's the first smash hit that this Katy Perry character released. This was during the, I think I Kissed a Girl, maybe before that era. It also knows that the frame is, once again, the frame is smaller, and so are the, and so are her boobs. And this one right here has a larger frame. And people say, well, maybe she gained weight or something. I don't think so. That's simply not the case. I mean, you people have to understand that some people, the reason why some people are naturally skinny and some people are larger, but they're not fat or anything, is because the size of their muscular or skeletal frame. And that's another thing that doesn't change throughout life. I got to looking at the video, and before I get to that, the eyes on this Katy Perry right here, and it definitely looks like a boy, like a guy or something, or a male. The eyes are larger and rounder, and the face is longer and thinner. The one right here, the eyes are smaller, more almond shaped, more slanty, and they're further apart as well. And another thing I would like to add is that during when Katy made her debut, when the Illuminati she made a debut, I saw the video. One thing I saw a lot is she had a hair covering one eye, representing the all-seeing eye of Horus. And but then again, since it was another Katy, she had more of an innocence about her that the more recent versions just don't have. I mean, right here, this isn't real Katy, but I think it was just a regular clone or something. And they killed them all. I don't know how long they last, but on average, it's usually around 3 years, but a little longer than 5. But with the robotoids and synthetics, they don't have souls, so their lifespan is only in measured in weeks or months. And the thing I noticed about clones is they always have this psychotic stare in the eyes on this individual. They don't like real human eyes at all. They look very flat, very two-dimensional, and the white part of the eye is too white, which basically means it's not only an artificial life form, but the clone is fairly new. The skin is new. Right here, the same thing. Here's another one. I mean, this was probably from 08 or 09, and I don't know when this picture is taken because I don't really follow this individual closely or anything, but this individual right here looks more fake than this one. And I think it's sad that you people has gotten so used to, seeing these, robotic celebrities that you don't even know the difference anymore between the real deal and the fake person. And I always wonder why she was, a tomboy when she was younger. Now I know why, because men are naturally not going to want to, act like women or anything. And right here, I'm not sure if this is the real Katy or not, but I just know that it was him before he was famous, and once again he has a smaller frame. This individual right here just looks fake. I mean, don't get suckered in because there's a demon in these people's bodies.